I still remember the time when, for the first time, I went for learning the spoken English. It was the year 2007, and I had this thing in my mind that if I learn spoken English, then I would get better job, and it will give me the respect. So I took admission in the class, but things didn't go the way I expected. So hello and welcome to my podcast, and I will tell you my story when I first started my class. So let's move further. So it was the year 2007 when I first time took admission in the class, and I got the duration for 6 months. And that time I thought that maybe in 6 months I would be able to speak fluent English, but I saw that students were coming and going, and no one was that much confident. And someone who had the English medium background, for them it was very easy because they already understood everything. They just needed the place so that they can communicate. So all the English medium students, their response was better. But I was from Hindi medium. I passed my intermediate from UP board, and that's the reason that I was very nervous in front of them because whatever they were speaking, like they didn't care about the grammar because I was from UP board, so I like learned the grammar in the name of English, and any kind of grammatical error was like it was like a blunder to me. So by mistake, if I commit any error in sentence formation, so nobody judged me, but I knew that it was a wrong sentence. So it was making me nervous, and this way I spent 6 months there. I was very good at translation, but still I was not able to speak. On the other hand, someone who was coming from the English medium or ICSE board, they were making a lot of errors, but in those 6 months, they improved a lot. So I found one thing that if as a learner, if somebody focus their attention on grammatical error, there will be problem. Like they will always end up losing their confidence. So I developed this idea that now I would not focus on grammatical thing. I would just communicate whatever I wanted to speak. So with this thought, one day I went to the ghat because you know that Varanasi ghats are famous for the visitors, like people come from all across the world. So I went there with the expectation that I would find somebody like some foreigner, and I would talk to them in English language. So I started looking here and there, and within minutes, I found one person. So he was looking like a Korean guy. So I approached him, and you know that they don't feel comfortable. You know, if somebody is there in Varanasi coming from the different country, and if you approach them, so they do not like to talk. So I approached him. He was not willing to talk, but after some introduction, he was a little bit comfortable with me. So I started talking to him, and then I realized that his English was very poor, you know, worse than mine because he was Korean, so he was comfortable in Korean language. But I was talking to him in English, so he was also forcing himself to talk in English. And then he told me that his English was really bad, but at least I was happy that like I didn't know the Korean, so English was the only common language between us. So I spent around 10 minutes with him. I talked, and that was my first interaction with a foreign guy in English language. So it gave me the confidence. After a few months, again I went on the ghat, started looking for the people. So this time I found the French person, like he was around 60. So he was very much friendly. He started talking to me in English language. His English was good. My English was as usual. Like I was just able to communicate, but I cannot say that it was perfect or it was very fluent that time. So I talked to him, and it was the second incident that happened with me, and I kept on doing these kinds of things, and it helped me to increase my confidence. And I realized one thing: the confidence that I was getting that time, it was working really well. No matter how hard did I try to improve my grammar, to improve my vocab, that was not working. It was helping me in writing terms. Whenever I had to write anything, my writing was really correct, really good, impressive, but my way of speaking was not good. But the moment I started gaining confidence by talking to foreigners, I was really good at speaking. And then I something came to my mind that I would make a YouTube video, or I'll start uploading the video on social media platforms. I have been planning it for a very long time, but I am not consistent. But that idea came to my mind, so I uploaded the video on social media platform, and somebody gave me the feedback. There were a lot of pauses. There were lot of uh, grudge words that was not needed there. But at least I started getting the feedback, and I was so nervous that time because it was the first video and I got wrong feedback. But after some time, I realized that I could work on that thing and I could remove. So I started working on that particular thing and I started recording myself again, started uploading, and I started uploading the videos in both the languages, in Hindi and in English. And I noticed that the communication problem was not only in English language, but it was in Hindi language also. Because you know that every day we are talking in Hindi language, so we feel that if we have to talk in English language, we can do it. But that's not the reality. Even if you speak your native language, even if you talk in Hindi, but if you choose to speak on the stage in the personal interview or in group discussion, you realize one thing, that the ideas are not coming. You do not have the right way to approach or right way to convey your message. And that's why I realized that now I have to continue my recording. And my friend, I did not grow as a YouTuber, I did not grow as a content creator, but I kept on recording and uploading the videos on social media platform, because the ability to speak and the ability to eliminate the problem, that all came from the video recording. And today also, like, I'm recording in English language, and I feel that there are a lot of problems, there are a lot of things that I can improve, but that will keep on happening. Like, it's not that someone can claim that they are perfect. No matter how good you are, there will always be scope of improving. So that's what I feel. And so I started recording it, and one thing happened with me, that I had a lot of audience with me. My way of speaking was not really good, but people started appreciating whatever I was doing. And then I started teaching to the students also. Then I had a lot of students, taught them how to communicate, how to speak in English, and that's how my journey started. Today, my motive of recording this podcast audio is that I know that there are a lot of people out there who really are struggling to speak fluent English. They are very good with grammar, they are very good with vocab, but they do not know that how to improve their communication skill. So, my friend, I would just recommend you one thing, that first work on your confidence. And how can you work on your confidence? By creating maximum opportunities to speak, and that's how every time you'll be better. I have seen the people, they started from scratch. They were nothing in English in terms of communication skill, but I kept them motivating, and then they started speaking a lot better. So you have to do the same thing, that do not develop a bad mentality for yourself. It's sometimes it happens that you're doing things, you're trying things, and when things doesn't go well, you start saying bad thing to yourself. And you know, how far we go, that depends on what kind of belief system we have about ourselves. If at any point of time, suppose you started this journey from zero and you reached on 99, and on that level of 99, if you change your belief system that that thing is not for you, or you are not going to get success, you have improved a lot, but from that point you will be back. So what you achieve, or how hard you go in your decision, that depends on your belief system. So make sure that you will be very strong in your belief system. And even if you fail setbacks, even if you feel that you are failure, getting challenges, so always say yourself that this time at least you're not starting from the zero. This time your level is little bit up, and that's how you should start. It means that every setback, and you have to reprogram yourself. And that's how not only the communication, not only the English, but you can learn anything, and you can achieve success in any direction. So this is the belief system that is backing you. So as an individual, make sure that you have very strong belief system. Suppose if you want to prepare for UPSC examination, so preparing for the UPSC examination or cracking the exam is not tough thing. Like, if you study for 2 years or 3 years, you can do it. But what is difficult is the belief system. every 2 days, every 3 days, or every 10 days, you will believe that this is tough, you can't do it. And if you do not have the strong belief system, at one point of time you would quit. So someone who is starting the preparation with this strong belief system, and they have this mechanism of self motivation. So no matter what happens, you fail in one attempt, you fail in two attempts, you fail in five attempts, still you can crack that exam. So what I'm saying, that if it takes 3 years or if it takes 2 years to prepare for the examination, just take 1 year to prepare your mindset. And if your mindset is good, if your belief system is good, trust me, that time your journey will be amazing. And and one failure, one setback will not make you quit and will not make you lose your confidence. That's what I want to say. So I hope that you enjoyed this podcast, and if you like my podcast, then share the video with your friends also, so that they can be connected with me. Thank you for staying with me in this video. See you in next episode. Have a nice day.